So there's a big dumpster fire going on in, Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Aaron Rodgers, the situation's even getting any worse, I think. Because if you have Brett Favre coming out there and making comments, this is what he said the other day. He was surprised they went to that direction. I think Aaron will finish his career somewhere else. That's my gut. That's what Brett Favre said. So Brett Favre saying that, you know for a fact that things are not looking that great for the Packers. We already know what Brett Favre did. He tried to force his retirement 3 different times, and he ended up coming back no matter what. So is there a possible chance that we're seeing a remake of Brett Favre v. Aaron Rodgers, of how Aaron Rodgers was drafted when, of course, they fell? That, yes, Aaron Rodgers fell to the Packers. The Packers had to trade up for Jordan Love. So clearly these things aren't equaling out to the way it's supposed to be. So I 100% feel bad for Aaron Rodgers, and I also feel bad for Jordan Love for being put in the situation kind of like how Aaron Rodgers was put in that situation 15 years ago. With that being said, Brett Favre, there's got to be a few teams that could easily or want to, I guess, pick up or try to trade for Aaron Rodgers. He's still under contract for the next 4 seasons, and 2 seasons, and there's, I think, it's a 2-year clause that they can pick up a team option. So if the New England Patriots do not trade for Andy Dalton this season, they go with Stidham, or they go with Brian Hoyer as a number 2 quarterback, maybe the Patriots send some package deals, and maybe they can trade for Aaron Rodgers and reconstruct that contract that he has. So that's a possibility. Honestly, I feel like that's one of the 2 that could easily happen. Rodgers is going to go to a team that's going to be a title contender, or the one with a great coach and the great system. And I think he could easily mold into the Patriot way, because this is a guy that keeps to himself. I know Tom Brady was out there doing his commercials as well at that time, and Aaron Rodgers has a State Farm thing. That's going to stay into fruition with him, so it's not like it's going to be, you're going to go to the Patriots and you're just going to be being quiet no matter what. No, he's going to easily go out there and still make a splash into whatever he wants to do, and with any type of, you're not going to be on mute. You can still have his social media. I don't even know if he even uses Twitter that much. I know he likes to go to Milwaukee Bucks games and drink try to chug some beers. So you can't think that, Rodgers, if he goes to New England, he's just going to be a mute now. So that's one team. The other team is, I honestly might think that might happen, is this team that's kind of right here, the Las Vegas Raiders. I would not be surprised. Gruden loves Aaron Rodgers, and if the quarterback carousel there in Las Vegas with Derek Carr or Marcus Mariota, if that doesn't pan out, I mean, Derek Carr, I believe his contract's up at the end of next season or in 2 seasons from now. So, and he's still a cheap quarterback to have. But I think it's only $20 million when all these other quarterbacks are getting $25, $30 million, $34 million. We're going to see Patrick Mahomes get to the $5 billion mark. So they have at least a good quarterback, and they can easily trade for Aaron Rodgers next offseason. And, I mean, I don't think it'll be that cheap. It might be a second rounder, maybe a third rounder, but we already know Gruden will trade pieces or picks in order to get to the person he likes. And I believe Aaron Rodgers might be the guy in Las Vegas, and not this season, but in season 2022, or we're in 2020 right now. 2021, we'll have Aaron Rodgers in Las Vegas, and I think that will be beneficial because of all the weapons that are already trying to be molded right now, as they're just got Henry Ruggs in the draft. You already have Hunter Renfrow. I believe they drafted 3 different other wide receivers. Bowden, if he's a guy that's going to be out there. Tyrell Williams. There's still, and even Zay Jones. There's still a lot of talent in the wide receiver core there that they're trying to help improve with their quarterback, and that's something the Green Bay Packers did not do. They needed to spend a first-round talent of wide receiver to help out Aaron Rodgers for the foreseeable future. Because this is a team that lost in the NFC Championship game. You have to think that if you're only 1 win away from the Super Bowl, you have to help. And if this is your year in time, Aaron Rodgers should have gotten a piece, an offensive weapon, maybe a defensive weapon, because they had to stop that run against the 49ers, and that did not happen at all in the NFC Championship game. So they're already now moving on and looking forward to the next foreseeable future for the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, I guess he's a good quarterback. They could have at least gotten another type of caliber Jordan Love in the next year's draft or in the year after that, because if you have 4 years under contract with Aaron Rodgers, you should know that, okay, we'll just sign a backup quarterback in in Green Bay, and they'll able to make that the most. They'll make the most out of that. And right now, they did not even do that because they drafted a number one. Well, I think he's a second round caliber talent, but he ended up being drafted in the first round and a pick that they traded up for. So if Aaron Rodgers is not drafted or traded into New England or Las Vegas next season, it'll be surprising. But I do not see him sending the rest of that contract in Green Bay. It's not going to happen. I know if people would love for that to happen, but it won't. That's just the thing. Aaron Rodgers, this is like a sour taste in his mouth and kind of like a slap to the face of knowing, okay, they did this to me, to Brett Favre, when he still was in his heyday of gunslinging and going where else, because he even did it in the Jets. He even did that in Minnesota. He was still able to improve and still be a great, talented quarterback. That's what Aaron Rodgers is. And it's not Aaron Rodgers' job to help groom his backup. The backup has to outperform him in order to get that starting role. Is that going to happen this year? No, but it's going to light a fire on Aaron Rodgers' ass to make sure that, okay, I'm going to bury this kid. I'm a wrestling fan, so if you want to bury somebody, the best way to do it is outperform them, outdo them in everything. And I believe for a fact Aaron Rodgers will do that against the Jordan Love this offseason, this coming into the season, if the season even happens. But he is not going to spend the rest of his contract years in Green Bay. There's no way.